tubes are warming up. This is a special live broadcast right here on Georgia Radio.
Well, it's always fun when friends stop by, and today we're talking to Josie Sal, who has a new single out, Black Velvet, an old classic. Josie, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Now, you don't sound like you're old enough to be singing Black Velvet or anything other than, I don't know, how old are you now? You're at the the ripe old age of 12.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been 12 for we were just talking about this. I was on a radio station this morning, and we were talking about how it feels like I've been 12 for a good 2 years.
Yeah, you're an old 12.
I turned 13 in 2 months, so hopefully it speeds up.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Don't rush it. Don't rush your youth, because then when you're my age, you'll want to go back there and enjoy it. But you could write a song about that. There have been a lot of people get into music at a very young age, and they have these just mammoth careers. I'm thinking of just the other day we were talking about Leanne Rimes, and I thought, how cool is this to have Josie on the show when later her career could be in the same place? I mean, that's what you have to look forward to. Talk to me about how you got into this, though.
So actually about 2 years ago, I had no plans on singing. I was a dancer, and it was just, I wasn't singing as a hobby. It was just, I was a dancer, and that's really all I wanted to do. And then I kind of could sing one song. It wasn't amazing, but it was my parents were like, oh, maybe she can sing. And so it was I don't know, I call it a party trick, because if we were at my parents' friend's house and there was a speaker, I would sing on their karaoke machine.
Right.
And so my dad, he dared me when we were out, because I wanted shopping money, and I was like, can I go shopping? He was like, no. He was like, but I'll give you $20 if you go sing with the band. And I was like, what?
$20 is $20, right?
Yeah, but I was like, I'll do it, because I'm gonna get that money. I was like, yeah, okay. And then he asked, originally they said, no, this isn't karaoke, but we had no expectations, so bummed about it or anything. We were just like, oh, maybe it's just not a thing that all bands do. And then later he asked a different person in the band, the person who it was their band, and he said, yeah, what song? And the only song I knew was Dance Monkey by Tones and I. And I got on stage, and I got the bug just a little bit, and then I came back to Pittsburgh, and I was still in school. I was like, oh, that's cool, I can sing, but I didn't think it was something I wanted to do my career. And then all of a sudden I started taking lessons, and I started singing Van Halen in the first place. So it's not I've been country this whole time. It started off as Van Halen, and now somehow it ended up in country. But yeah, it was there was no plans, but once I sang for the first time, and then my first time in Nashville, I was like, this is what I want to do, and this is what I want to do full time. So,
well, we wish you the best of luck on that, and you're starting to play around. In fact, we just had Cole Tomlinson on the show, who plays a lot at a very, very famous place right next to the Mother Church of Country Music, Tootsie's Orchid Lounge, and you're going to be there, the 22nd of September, which is Sunday. This Sunday.
Yeah.
At 12 years old. That's pretty cool.
It's crazy, because me and my mom always talk about, we're like, oh my gosh, it's 9 more years until I can actually get into that place after 6 o'clock. Every time after 6 o'clock, I'll be it's really funny, because randomly I'll be I really, really need to sing right now. It's some a coffee drinker. I just randomly need to sing. And so every time he'll be like, it's after 6 o'clock, you can't get in.
Yeah, sorry.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
A few more years, Josie. A few more years.
Yeah.
Well, that's great, though. I mean, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to have on your resume, your singing resume. You're so young to be able to do this, but you're all over the place. If folks want to find out where you're going to be, if they want to go and hear you live, where can they find that information?
Yeah, I mean, you can, my website, I have a website, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Everything is Josie Sal Music, and my I'm on all music platforms, and all of that is Josie Sal.
And
But,
that's SAL, right?
SAL. Yeah.
Shortened it up a little bit. I like it.
Yeah, it used to be Salvetti, and then people were like, how do you spell that? And I was like, that's a great question. I was like, sometimes I mess it up. I just found out I was saying my last name wrong for like 2 years. So I was like,
Well, you got a while to go. Well, I like it. Josie Sal. And you could just log on to her website. We're going to quick link it into the podcast version of this interview that'll come out in a little while. You're from Florida. Did I read that?
I'm from Pittsburgh. I play in Florida. We have a house in Florida.
I
so
gotcha.
I often play in Florida, but yeah, I'm from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, the Pittstown. I detected an air of superiority in your voice. I got good friends in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks, a lot of great people in Pittsburgh. And you don't think of Pittsburgh and country music, but actually there are a whole lot of folks up there that love country music. And so I think it's great that you've kind of taken that steel town and you blended it with some Florida, and now you're kicking it out the door, and it just sounds great. This cover, by the way, of Black Velvet, I think when you hear it, you're going to see what I'm talking about in saying that there's something really cool about it. And you sort of changed the words around a little bit, didn't you? Sort of made them fit you. No, I guess I've never heard it that way.
No, maybe it's the way I sing it. I mean, it's really funny because I have a new song that's coming out October 17th. It's called Country Gold. And it's really funny. I don't know what the heck type of accent, or maybe it's just the way I sing, but for the longest time, I would say country gold I wouldn't say country gold, or I'd say country gold. So I have no idea. Maybe it sounds like I changed the words.
No, I think I'm just hearing them freshly for a first time when sung by a 12-year-old. I mean, it just sounds, the song takes on a different meaning. I think it's really cool. I wanted to throw this out there because for folks who have not heard of Josie Sal, listen, you got to go listen to her, because a lot of other folks have heard her, like, well, Lainey Wilson, Jelly Roll, Riley Green, and even Aaron Tippin, who is just an all-around great guy, by the way, and a pilot. I know him from the air show world, where I also, work, and he's just a great guy. These are some big names that you've played with.
Yeah, I mean, like Lainey Wilson and Jelly Roll, like those are like, obviously, I mean, those are some of the biggest influence on me, and it's so cool meeting them because, I mean, obviously you see them and you're like, oh, I'd love to meet them, but I feel like your whole perspective changes on them whenever you meet them, because they are the sweetest people ever. Like, they don't even act famous when they're around you. They act like that you met them, and especially in Nashville, you could literally meet them anywhere, but when you meet them, it's not like they are like, oh, who am I going to meet next? Or, oh, like, what about this person? Ooh, there's my band. Like, they are so focused on you, and it's like they don't even act like, they always listen to you and what you have to say, and it's never like, oh yeah, I did this and this. Like, they just don't act famous.
Yeah, great things to remember when you are, right? So that's
well,
good stuff.
I hope so.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we got to get this song out there. We're going to play it right now. In fact, the latest here from Josie Sal. We're talking about Black Velvet. We're going to play that here right after this interview. In closing, I've got to ask this: what are you looking forward to when 13 rolls around as we wrap things up here?
I mean, I'm hoping. I'm excited for all my shows in like Punta Gorda and in Florida. I hope we can get some more bigger festivals booked, but everything's on my website and I have a lot of fun stuff coming up. So I guess I'm just really excited for all my shows and all the new music coming out.
Well, we're excited for you, Josie Sal. Junior Artist of the Year nomination. Right now, she's been nominated for it, the 10th annual Josie Music Awards. I think that'd be really cool if Josie won a Josie. So we're hoping for that.
I know. I think that would be really cool. And
it has to happen.
If not, my family might make fun of me. They're like, if you don't win an award, that's your own name. That's just not
literally named after you or
And I was
the
like,
same?
guys, I'll try.
It's great stuff. Josie, Sal, thanks for hanging out this morning.
Thank you.
Georgia Radio. Good company and great country.